Welcome to Infinity News. Before we jump in, make sure to hit subscribe, like, and drop us a comment below. Today, we're diving deep into some really, unexpected footage. It involves French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife, Brigitte.
That's right. It happened during their arrival in Hanoi, Vietnam, and this brief moment has really captured global attention.
It really has. So we're going to unpack the details, look at what was reportedly said, and, the reactions it's all sparked.
And what's quite striking, I think, is how public it was. Leaders are always under scrutiny, but getting a glimpse that seems so unguarded, it's rare.
Definitely rare. Okay, so let's paint the picture. We're talking about footage showing the moment the plane door opens in Hanoi, Sunday evening.
Right. And as they appear, Brigitte Macron puts both her hands on her husband's face and, shoves him. It's quite a distinct push.
Not exactly the standard diplomatic greeting, is it?
Not at all. And Macron's reaction is interesting, too. He looks genuinely embarrassed, maybe surprised. But then almost immediately he clocks the cameras.
The awareness kicks in.
Yeah. Exactly. And suddenly he's trying to recover, kick high, raises his hand, shifting back into that public persona. It's fascinating to see that switch happen in real time.
Okay, but this is where it gets even more intriguing. Reports have emerged, citing a professional lip reader.
Yes, who apparently analyzed the exchange for the Express.
So according to this lip reader, it wasn't just some awkward nudge. As the door opens, Macron turns to Brigitte, and that's when she pushes him. Unexpectedly.
Yeah. The lip reader claims he then stepped closer, seemed to compose himself for a second, then moved aside.
And then tried to regain control of the situation.
It seems so. He reportedly signaled Brigitte to follow him, saying, "Let's go." Then, thanked the pilot, waved at the cameras again, back to business.
If that interpretation holds, it points to some definite tension right at that moment. The push, the need to compose himself.
It does raise questions, doesn't it? What prompted that reaction right then?
But it didn't stop there, apparently. As they were getting off the plane, at the top of the stairs. Another moment.
Yeah, this one seems even, icier based on the reports. Macron apparently offered Brigitte his arm. Standard protocol, really.
A normal gesture, but she
ignored it completely. According to the report, she clung to the railing instead.
And the lip reader had something to say about this part, too.
They did. Claimed that as she passed him, she muttered, "Dégage, espèce de loser."
Which translates to,
"Stay away, you loser."
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. That's blunt, especially if said, even muttered in that context.
Extremely blunt. If it's accurate, it suggests, significant frustration. The contrast between his gesture and her reported reaction is quite stark. Makes you wonder what happened on the flight, perhaps.
And the lip reader claims there was even more?
A little more, yes. Macron then reportedly said, "Essayons s'il te plaît."
Meaning, let's try, please.
Exactly. And her response, allegedly,
let me guess. Short and not sweet.
just no. A simple no.
No.
The lip reader also picked up on Macron's expression after that and him saying, "Je vois." Yeah. Interpreted as quite telling. Like resignation, maybe. Or just acknowledging the refusal.
This reported back and forth, it definitely paints a picture of something more than just, a minor disagreement. That plea, let's try, and the flat, no.
It really does. What exactly was he asking to try? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Now, how did the officials react? Because this footage obviously got out.
Well, it's been interesting. Initially, there were reports that Macron's office tried to say the footage wasn't authentic, tried to deny it.
Really? But it seems pretty clear.
But that initial denial didn't last long. It was later confirmed that, yes, the video is genuine.
Which itself is notable, right? The denial, then the confirmation, suggests maybe some initial scrambling.
It could suggest that, yes, an attempt to perhaps control the narrative that didn't quite work once the footage spread.
And what about Macron himself? Has he said anything?
He has addressed it. He's tried to downplay it quite a bit. Said they were just squabbling, or maybe even rather joking, his words.
Joking. That push and the alleged loser comment.
Well, that's his framing. He also added that his enemies were blowing it up into a sort of geoplanetary catastrophe and basically told everyone to calm down.
Okay, so framing it as a minor tiff, blown out of proportion.
Pretty standard PR, perhaps, trying to neutralize it. But it does clash quite strongly with the lip reader's much harsher interpretation. Leaves the public with two very different versions.
It's probably worth just briefly reminding people about their relationship background, as it often comes up.
Sure. It's quite well known, of course. They met back in 1993. She was his high school teacher, 39 years old.
and he was just 15. Her student, and also in the same class as her daughter. It's a history that always draws attention.
It does. And that context, that unconventional start, probably makes some people scrutinize moments like this even more closely.
Right. And the report we looked at wrapped up with a kind of hot take on all this.
Yeah, it described the incident as like a rare, unguarded moment. One that maybe hints at deeper tensions.
Especially with a packed diplomatic schedule ahead of them. The pressure, maybe.
That was the suggestion, that these little moments can sometimes reveal the underlying reality of high-profile relationships under constant pressure. It explains why this tiny interaction got so much traction.
It's true. It's an unexpected glimpse, isn't it? Behind the curtain, so to speak. Even just for a few seconds. Really raises questions about the dynamics there.
Absolutely. What was going on in that moment? What's the context we're not seeing?
Lots to think about. What do you make of it all? Let us know your thoughts. And thanks for tuning in to Infinity News. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment.